G'day and welcome to Aussie Golf Pros. Well, today we're doing something very different. We're actually going to do something a little bit technical. Now, if you're a regular to our channel, you'll know that most of our content is about helping golfers on the golf course. Taking what you have as a game and trying to improve upon that, being the best golfer that you can be. However, just so excited about these two drills that I use with a lot of my players that I coach, and we're all about helping you to generate more power, to be able to hit the ball further. Speed is your friend, helps us to obviously reach the green in fewer shots, to get out of the rough more easily, to spin the ball onto the green more easily. And these two drills that we're going to show you are really geared towards developing a better swing sequence and helping you to obviously then generate more clubhead speed. So very different to what we normally do, so we're going to head to the driving range for this one. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, but more importantly, I'd love to hear from you. Do you like these drills? Try them out, give them a go, and let us know if they can help you to develop more clubhead speed. I'm confident they will. All right, let's head to the range. This is one of my favorite drills to learn how to initiate the downswing with the lower half. It all happens in transition, so how we start that downswing is going to determine what your kinetic change like through the ball. I've just got an 8-iron, and this is just a beach ball, nice and soft and light, about the size of a basketball, but basketball's a bit too heavy, so we want something soft that I'm actually going to press in with my knees. And we're going to do this in stages, so the first one is just going to be pausing throughout the golf swing. So the whole idea is that we want to initiate the downswing with some leg movement, some lower half, and as I said, we want the hips to lead the trunk then pulls the arms, and the arms are pulling the club through. And we've got to get it in that order to be the most efficient through the downswing. So just in stages to start with. Get to the top, drop, turn through, and then hold that finish. So we want to just get the idea of that initiation first before we speed it up. So do a few of those, maybe half a dozen. Then we're going to go on to the second gear. So no pause this time. We're just going to do the same thing, get to the top, but we're going to keep it in one fluid motion, nice and slowly. Drop the ball, turn the hips, the trunk, the arms, and then the club. So hopefully in that order. Nice and slowly. Didn't strike it really well, but that's fine. You're all about getting that process, developing ground force energy from the ground up. So again, do half a dozen of those. Now we're going to speed it up a little bit. Exactly the same sequence from the ground up. Now I'm finding it easier to strike the ball more cleanly. Again, it's not full speed yet. We're just building our way up. We want to get the hang of that sequence before we go into full speed. And if you find that that's not happening yet, then step back, go back to the second gear or even to the first gear. Take your time with it. You need to control your patience here. It's not going to happen straight away. It's going to take a little bit of time. So what I do encourage you to do is finish off with a few of this drill at normal speed. Difficult, you might not get it straight away, but have a go at it. Right, normal speed, exactly the same sequence. Ground up, getting to the top, dropping the ball, knees, hips, trunk, arms, club, all in that sequence. Lost my balance there a little bit, and that can happen because you're trying to do something that's obviously a little bit uncomfortable and fairly new. Again, be patient with it, take your time, work your way up through the gears. If it's not happening, step back a gear. At least half a dozen shots at each gear, maybe even 10 or 20. So just to recap what this is doing, it's initiating the downswing sequence. It's all about that transition. If we can get the knees to initiate the downswing, we've got much more chance of having a more efficient ground force reaction, more efficient kinetic chain through impact. Let's go to the next drill, because I really want us to understand what we're trying to achieve with that downswing. So that was second gear. This is one of my all-time favorite stick drills. Obviously we're working on early extension. What a lot of us tend to do, and when I say us, club golfers, professionals, a lot of golfers tend to move forward a little bit with their pelvis, and that slows rotation down and also can upset that kinetic chain, that sequence that we're looking for to be the most efficient in generating power. So whereas before we were squatting to initiate it, here we're doing the same thing, but we're getting this way, so we're rotating as well. So I've got this stick behind my left rear pocket, and I'm starting with a gap of about a hand's width, and we get to the top, and then we've really got to, it's not just enough touching it, I want to bend it. Really feel like you're squatting into it and pushing, creating space through impact, because in reality, when we get up to normal speed, it's more than likely going to be doing this. So it's affecting posture, pelvis goes forward, head comes backwards, we end up with this sort of impact, high shaft, and it upsets a lot of things. So again, we're just going through the gears. That was second gear. If you're taking divots, you might have to move the stick around a few times. Now a little faster. So the whole idea is get to the top, push those hips away, turning through, and then the hips are pulling the torso's pulling the arms pulling the shaft. I could feel that I touched it, but I would have liked to have bent it a little bit more. So do that speed for half a dozen times before you go up to the next level. Let's see if we can go a little faster now. I find this difficult. When we get into normal speed, that's when I start to come out of posture a little bit. Not bad. I lost my balance a little bit towards my heels, and that's me bringing the chest this way a little bit rather than staying in posture. But there are physical characteristics to take into consideration here too. My glutes probably need a little bit more firing, a bit more strength there, and the hamstrings could be a little bit tight for some people. For me, it's upper back flexibility that makes it challenging for me to do this, as well as hip mobility. So we want to look at the body and see if that can help us to achieve this, but actually just trying to do the drill is really going to help you with the kinetic chain, ground force energy, leading with the legs and hips so that the rest follows, and also getting more rotation. All of this is going to add up to increased clubhead speed and hitting the ball further. Well, there are a couple of our favourite drills to help a player really increase their clubhead speed, to develop more ground force energy, to smooth out that transition from backswing to downswing, to make more effective that kinetic chain or swing sequence. Obviously, these drills aren't for everybody. You need a little bit of time to get down to the driving range and work at them. It doesn't just happen straight away. We'd really love to hear your comments on how these drills can help you, not just hit the ball further, to also hit the ball more cleanly. Look forward to hearing your comments. Are you the best golfer you can be?